Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan, bringing you some more college basketball 22 with the Arkansas Razorbacks. Oh my goodness, boys. We kind of had a disappointing second year, but you know what? Everybody stayed, and if you guys didn't watch the last episode, I would highly recommend you go watch it. But in summary, we got the best recruiting class with the best player coming in next year. So this upcoming year is going to be our best chance to win a national title that we've had this year. It is Journeyman's 20th year. 20th episode in the save, guys. I want to thank all of you guys who have been watching the episodes. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys have been watching from South Carolina State times, and man, if you guys have grinded with me through those South Carolina days and the Clemson days, and now here we are at Arkansas trying to put all the pieces together. Man, we've had so many games, you know. I can't do math, but that has to be, it's getting close to 700, right? So, whew. Anyways, boys, let's go ahead and progress. We have a really, really good recruiting class. We want to bring them in. We want to see who transfers, who we got. I'm recording this the same day that the episode went up, so we're doing good. I just had some dinner, got a few drinks, and now here we are, boys. I'm really excited about this class, so I wanted to kind of give you guys a double upload today. So we don't need to do anything with the staff. Again, they're still on long-term contracts unless they get hired away. So I'm going to go ahead and get past this, and we'll get through the off season because next season should be really interesting. You know, we're going to have a really, really good shot at the national championship, and who knows? We always have to do recruiting before the games, and it's always nice to get excited about an upcoming recruiting class. So I'm going to get through this recruiting, or the staff guys, and we'll see you guys at the off season. All right, boys, here we are. We're at the petition board. We're just going to try to, we have plenty of money, so we're just going to ask for the facility upgrades, and we're going to see if we get that. They're probably going to say no because we didn't even make the Sweet 16. And we didn't even make the conference finals, even though we're the regular season champs. So still a lot to prove. Basically kind of the exact same way we were at Clemson when we first started. Let's see if they give us our facilities upgrade, though. Hey, they did. You know, they're starting to see progress, and they're starting to lay the foundation for the future. And look at that, 8 facilities to go along with our budget. We got a big thing brewing here in Fayetteville, so watch out for the Razorbacks. Alright, guys, let's just go ahead and get into it, right? Let's get into the new season. We'll check out any of the conference movements, but we'll get into the transfers. We'll get into recruiting really quick. I'm really excited to see how this team plays this season, and if we can actually make some serious noise this year, or if we're going to be a flop again. So, alright, boys, I'll see y'all when we get to the start of the new season. Alright, boys, here we are. Welcome back. We're at the start of the new season. Let's go ahead and get through these emails really quick. These don't matter. I'm not going to adjust the schedule. 5 scholarships again. So we're going to be able to bring in another set of really, really good freshmen to add to the people who stay, replace the people who are going to be one and dones. So that's important. Recruiting class, number 1, baby. You can't see me, but I'm holding a number 1, you know, your index finger up. That's really, really good. We have to convert that. We're going to have to take that and convert that into something. Okay, not a relevant movement. Let's go ahead and get our report. You know how we do it here. Premium National, Premium Southeast, guys. I want to pause it here, get through the transfer portals, and we're going to take a look at our freshmen and see how good they are. I am excited to see our power forward, Gilmore. He's going to be an absolute stud, guys. So I will see you guys at the start of the transfer portal, and we'll take a look at our fucking jewels that we brought in. Alright, boys, here we are at the start of the transfer portal. Y'all can get a sneak peek of the ratings right there, but let's go to these emails. I'm going to slow roll you guys a little bit. Let's see who's transferring. Mario Patterson, I didn't even know who this guy was. He was a forward. I don't know if he's a power forward or small forward something, but yeah, you were here for a while, but man, I wish you the best of luck on the transfer. You know, I don't want anything worse for you, but Oh, guys, let's take a look at this roster. Oh, look at the stars, baby. Wow, let's sort this. James York, the returning freshman, comes in 5 stars, much improved. Woo! James York, SEC first team, man. He coming back and looking like the starter. Damon Johnson, though, the freshman, 4-star out of 5-star. 1 solid minutes. I think you're going to get the backup minutes, man. So hopefully you do get solid minutes. BJ Bailey, 4.5 stars out of 5 stars. Maybe he's a 4-star, but, you know, has the playmaker passing is 86, guys. That's really, really good. Injury prone, but, you know, he wants to play. He's not friendly. I don't need you to be friendly. I need you to play ball. So, I like where we are at guard. And then we added the crown jewel, guys. Murray Gilmore, 5-star out of 5-star. Look at the stats, guys. 100 inside, 100 scoring, 100 rebound across the board. This guy is a demigod. This guy is a god. This guy is a cleanup machine, a bucket getter. Just give this man the ball under the basket and he'll never miss. Guys, this is our ace in the hole. This is our best player. This is why you have to go all in on the MVP sometime, because you get players like this. You know, there's a difference between a 5-star of Murray Gilmore's caliber versus a 5-star of like James York. James York developed into this 5-star, but you can see the clear differences. He is an elite player, James York. Do not take anything away from him. He's really good. But there's some guys who just have the raw talent, and this is a true raw talent, #1 overall pick right out of high school if it was possible. Like, this is the raw talent, and this is the kind of talent you need. Oh, I'm so excited. And let's not throw Ed Butler under the bus. You know, he comes in a little underdeveloped, 3.5 stars, but he's a really good freshman. I mean, on most teams, he would be starting. On most teams, he would be starting right away and develop over 4 years. And for us, unfortunately, you ran into Murray Gilmore. Now, he might be competitive with Andy Kennedy here. It depends how much Kennedy has developed, and it seems like he's developed a bit. So he is the natural center. He probably gets the position, but you're going to get some decent minutes. And, you know, small forward minutes are up for the taking as well. You know, our transfer is still here, but, you know, maybe we play the freshman, 2 freshman power forward. This is it, guys. I mean, James York and Murray Gilmore, BJ Bailey. This is the mold of a championship team. Murray Gilmore, along with any decent talent, is going to be enough for a championship team. This guy is the LeBron James, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the guy you build everything else around. You have this guy along with just decent talent. In our case, we have really good talent. I mean, has to be #1, right? #1. We start preseason #1. I didn't even see that. I was so blinded by how good Murray Gilmore is. I mean, it has to be the champion. It has to be the title. Has to be the title or nothing. You cannot have almost a 5-star guard combo, elite power forward play, and then just great play right after and not win it all, or at least get deep. This is Final Four or bust. You know, sometimes shit happens in the Final Four and championship games, but Final Four or bust. You know, being very serious, Final Four or bust. This is when we're starting to stack talent, you know. All right, guys, enough of me talking, but I hope you can see my excitement. If we ever had a chance, right, it's now. We've got the talent now in our 3rd year. You know, we're going to have a really good recruiting class coming up, right? But we might not get another Murray Gilmore, man. We're going to try our best to try and get these guys. That's why I tell you I have to shoot for the hook sometimes in this recruiting. But we got pretty lucky with him for him to come. Sometimes it doesn't work out and you waste the scholarship. But I am happy with the guys that we brought in, and we're going to shoot for more of him, but we're more recruiting. Guys, I don't even know what position we really need to fill, like, in recruiting. So I'm just going to, like, get some depth somewhere from a senior who wants to play, and I can get the scholarship back right away. Or, yeah, like some center depth. I'm just going to find some decent center depth, and we'll go from there. So I'll catch you guys when we find somebody, and he's not even going to be a huge impact to the team. What you see right now is the core team completely built, and this team's built to run teams over. So let's get it. All right, boys, we're back. I got through a couple weeks of the transfer portal here, and we got this guy, Josh Fox, and he's actually a pretty impactful center. He's actually better than the current center we have. He's 4.5 star potential. Really, really good inside stuff, defense, like everything that you want. He's a sophomore, good guy. Doesn't have an attitude problem, maybe a little injury prone. He broke his nose, right? But he was a ACC second team, and we got him. Averaged like 12 and 6. Excuse me, guys. Hey, he wants to join a winning roster. He wants a chance at a championship. So hopefully his ratings hold up, and it'll be a battle between him and Kennedy, but we are shaping up to be an elite squad. If there's anywhere we're a little bit weak, it's small forward, but it's not that weak. We'll probably just play 2 power forwards instead, but we'll see. But anyways, guys, that's really going to be it for the transfer, so I'm going to skip through the rest of the transfers, and we will see you guys at the regular high school recruiting. We're going to recruit the best players that we can. We got to look to make sure we replace Murray Gilmore once, because he's going to be a one and done for sure, right? This is our 1 year with him to win it all. So we got to be able to replace him. You know, we always got to look for the future. So we'll get to high school recruiting and keep planning for the future and make sure we can keep contending for championships year in and year out. All right, boys, we are done with the transfer portal, and we got to look at like maybe the little reevaluation of our players through the couple weeks. And still James York there, BJ Bailey, Josh Fox. The transfer, this guy's actually going to be the starter over Andy Kennedy. So almost 4 5-star player quality, and one of these guys is a 10-star player. I mean, Murray is a 10-star player. Compare him to the other 5 stars is not even a question. I mean, he makes James York look like a 3-star, you know. James York is an absolute stud in his own right, but championship worthy team right now. You're looking at the starting 4: point guard, shooting guard, power forward, center. I don't know who's going to play for small forward. We could run Jared McKinley there. He is kind of a stretch, so maybe we could do that, or we can use one of the ones that we have. We can put in Ed Butler. We have a lot of options. We are so deep now. The guys who are our starters, like Jared McKinley, the guys we were looking on to help kind of lead and improve the team still, like I told you, they're going to end up being some role players compared to the people that we're going to get. So, you know, we got to keep up the recruiting. You know, we got to keep up this level of recruiting to get this level of talent, and just, you know, keep ascending to the top and make sure we keep having our chances at Murray Gilmore. So let's go ahead and do our summer travels. We're going to go to everything, but have just a little less than 100K. But, guys, I am going to go through high school recruiting as quickly as I can, because we're basically going to just bring in, again, one of each position, just the cream of the crop, the best of the best that we can find. And I'll show you guys the guy we're going to gamble. We're probably going to go after the Indy Elite MVP again. And we're going to just try and rebuild the team. I mean, there's nothing to build. We're going to retool. We got to reload, right? We got to expect that we're going to do really well with this team. Some guys are going to go to the NBA. We need to bring in another set of elite freshmen to take these guys' place, because we're only going to get Murray Gilmore for 1 year. So that means we already need another really good power forward. Center, it seems like we have locked up for a couple of years, but we'll look at the other positions and we'll go from there and evaluate, You know, Josh Fox is a sophomore, and eventually he might get good enough to go to the NBA, but we got to keep reloading. But I'm going to go through this as quick as I can because really I want to get to the games. I want to see what this #1 team in the nation is all about. Do we have it here? It's episode 20, guys. It's the 20th year here. This is our best chance. I cannot wait. We are fielding the best team that we have fielded all year. This beats any of my Clemson teams for sure. Let me get through high school recruiting. We'll reload. I'll show you guys who we bring in. But right now, it's all about Murray Gilmore, B.J. Bailey, James York, and Josh Fox. It's their team. It's their big four with a great talent. I'm going to get through recruiting, guys, and we get to see if we can finally get it done. There's no excuse. It's championship or nothing, as they say. Championship or bust. You can't put together a team like this and not get it all. So I'm going to get through recruiting, guys, give you guys the highlights, and let's get into some games, man. All right, boys, I'm bringing you back within recruiting. I've kind of gone through it pretty quickly, but this is a top 10 player within the Indy camp. He's one of the best players. We are only 7th on this list, and we got some ways to go, but I believe in my skills, so we're going to go after this point guard. And I'll identify some more targets, and we'll go after them. Like I said, this episode isn't really about the recruiting class. We're going to bring in really good players. They're going to be really good. We'll focus on these guys next season because right now we have a great team right now, but we still need to build for the future. So always good to have a good point guard. Also, guys, I want to let you know, like, if you're going to do this recruiting thing, you might as well gamble and you might as well go hard. I'm going after the MVP of the Indy Elite again, and I'm going to try and convince him to come to Arkansas and play and repeat championships. So, this is the best player in the country, in my opinion. So, we're going to try and go after him. Players like this are what really make or break your championship season. So I'm going to go after a guy like this and get to in-home visits, and we'll find our other prospects. All right, boys, I'm taking another bit of a gamble here. I'm going to give this scholarship to this guy in California. It's going to be a long shot to get him, but I'm going to try and pitch him on prestige. Top 25 in Indy. We really need small forward help, so might as well go after 2 elite small forwards, and hopefully we land one of them. The other one, we landed a point guard, or we have a point guard offer out, and I'm not sure about the other offer, but we'll wait till in-home visits and we'll go from there. But this year, it doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of serious elite players unless we make a serious push for some of these really good guys. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we're all in on this year. We're super all in on this current year, but we still need to keep our pipeline down the road. So. All right, boys, here we are, September 11th. This is the first day of visits, in-home visits. Torian Whitehead, he's going to be our crown jewel. He's our Gilmore of this year's class, the MVP, the #1 overall prospect. Oh, well, we're going to have a lot of work to do to be able to convince him that he comes here, but, you got to try and you got to give it a shot. So we're going to go ahead and give him the pitch on what he wants to hear, and we're going to see if we can make progress on him. Same thing with Garrick Marshall. We're going to pitch him on prestige, let him know we're going to be the most prestigious school coming up, and hopefully we can land one, if not both of those small forwards. Ryan Warren is the point guard that I showed you guys. We're going to pitch him on our facilities, brand new facilities that we built here in Arkansas, playing in the SEC, playing close to home. Hopefully we land Ryan Warren. And I was thinking of a backup option, and I couldn't really find one, I could find one. I was thinking of going with a little bit more of a nice, solid player. So Simon Seitz, he's 34th in the country. He did top 5 in his regional camp, top 25 in the national camp. We're second on his list right now. I think this would be a solid developmental player who can play, who could start when he needs to and come off the bench, and just is an overall good point guard. I just don't think we need any more centers or power forwards, so I'm going to offer this guard, and we're going to visit him, pitch him on location, and tell him what he wants to hear, and hopefully he picks us. And all right, guys, those are our 4 offers. 2 of them are Hail Marys. 2 of them are pretty good. Hopefully we get one of the Hail Marys. If we get one of the small forwards, that's great. If we get both, fantastic. That's overly great, you know. But we got who we got. I'll go ahead and sim, and we'll see what happens with these decisions coming up, guys. But, you know, these guys are really, really important coming up for the next season too. But right now, we're focused on what we have now. James York and Murray Gilmore got nominated, by the way. Murray Gilmore, our player #1 candidate for Player of the Year. So we have to win it all. But all right, guys, let's see what happens with this recruiting class, and then no more talking. We're gonna get straight into the games. I'm super, super excited to see what happens with these results. All right, boys, we are back. We just simmed a week, and we have 4 decisions. So 4 decisions from all of our prospects. I don't know if that's a good thing for Torian and Garrett, since we weren't really on their list, but maybe we just, our recruiting skill is so high, our assistant coaching's recruiting skill is so high that we go in one visit and we completely change their minds. So Simon and Ryan I have the best feelings about, so let's take a look. Impressed. I think we're getting to that point as a coach where we do a really good job. Impressed. Maybe we got all 4, guys. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Simon and Ryan, and then we'll look at Garrett and Torian, who's the prize. So Simon, I feel confident about. Let's go. He chooses our school. That's a great point guard. Ryan Warren is also a great point guard. Can we solidify ourselves there? We certainly can. Guys, I'm super excited. If we get Torian Whitehead, we basically have another year of being champions, or having a championship aspirations with, again, the best player in the next class. So Garrett Marshall, the guy from California, did we convince him to come? No, he is going to BYU. So we don't get this small forward, which makes me not feel good about Torian. I think Torian might have probably gone to a different school since he committed right away. We probably needed a lot more time to be able to convert him. So it's not looking good for Torian, but let's take a look. And he decides to go to Seton Hall. Wow, so he does a curveball. Well, it's not really a curveball. He's from New Jersey, and he goes to Seton Hall. He wants to stay kind of close to his region and build himself up. So we lose out on the MVP. Seton Hall is going to be really good. We didn't make that great of a run. So now we need a couple small forwards. It's okay. We have some small forwards in the bag. We have this small forward that's a backup who's hot on us, though he did decent at the camp. He is highly rated. We'll give him the offer, and hopefully we can develop him into something, and hopefully he comes. Corey Montgomery, I think he was a really, really good small forward as well. Actually, yeah, top 10 Indy. Wow, we need to get on this guy. We're going to offer him scholarship and pitch him right away, and hopefully we can convince this guy to come. And then I'll find some backup options here, guys, like maybe this Michi Jackson guy, just to have some, because we really need some small forwards, because we have 2 center small forwards. So hopefully we land Montgomery, and maybe we'll go after Janie Barber here. We maybe keep him interested. Hopefully he doesn't commit right away. But our 2 scholarships are already out there again. We're revisiting, guys. So we missed out on our 2 long shot targets, but that's okay. You have to go for those, and we got 2 really good point guards right now, and now we're looking at small forwards to try to get the job done. But pretty good recruiting class still. Don't let these 4 stars trick you. These guys are still really, really, really good players. So anyways, let's take a look at this schedule, guys. Let's take a look at the schedule. We are in the Sunshine Shootout out of conference tournament now, but other than that, this is a pretty favorable schedule. Some big teams on the road, Cal and Oklahoma, but other than that, a lot of home games. So thanks to the athletic director. But I'm gonna pause it here, guys. I'm gonna sim through this, and I'll let you guys know what happens with our upcoming recruits. And you know what? We're going to be done with recruiting. We're going to get into the games where we have a dominant team, and we're going to go and make our run, boys. So I'll see y'all then. Okay, guys, I'm back, and we did lose Damon Fay to Seton Hall. So Seton Hall has came in and absolutely just, like, grabbed a lot of my prospects. I mean, if we see here, they have grabbed, like, 5 stars. Like, I don't know where Seton Hall has come from. I don't know if they've been good, but they have just picked up like the best player, one of the best power forwards, a really, I mean, like, these guys have came in and absolutely dominated recruiting and have swept up so many of the good players. I mean, Seton Hall has just come out of nowhere. Like, are they even a pre-ranked top 25 team right now? Like, no, Seton Hall has just gotten, like, just gotten great at recruiting. Just, oh my goodness, they have. Oh, okay. So they did make the finals. So they're trying to build off that momentum still. But God bless. I mean, good Lord. I was like, this is their coach still. I mean, he's been there the whole time. Yeah, he has really good recruiting. I mean, good Lord. I was just not expecting Seton Hall out of all teams to snipe all my recruits. But that's okay. We can go ahead and we're going to offer, we still have a chance at Montgomery, so we're going to go visit him and try to get the job done here with this pitch. And we'll move on from there. Janie Barber is still here. He was decent, top 25, so he's going to get the offer, and we were moving up on him, so we'll give him the scholarship, and then maybe some of these guys here, we'll keep on them as backup options, but really we're kind of winding down on recruiting here, so we shall see what happens. All right, boys, I'll give you any updates on what happens, but right now we're just going to get through the rest of the off season. We'll get through practice. Our recruiting class is looking pretty decent right now. We're still waiting on a couple commitments, but we're doing pretty good for the SEC and nationally. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat Seton Hall. Look at that, 150 points. Seton Hall is the super favorite to win the national championship. They've built a team right here. They're going to run 4 forwards, and a guard. Like, oh my goodness, tough team to beat. Going to be a extremely tough team to beat. So look out for Seton Hall next year. That's why we got to get ours this year's. We need to get ours this year's because Seton Hall is probably going to get theirs next year's. So, all right, guys, I'm going to sim through. We'll see if we get some commits, and we'll move on from there. All right, boys, we got 2 decisions here. We don't get Corey Montgomery, but we do get Janie Barber, so we do fill some of our needs at small forward with at least one, and we can find another through transfer. We get another 5-star. This guy's going to be like 5-star potential. He's a little underdeveloped, but this guy should stick around for a while. Looks like Ryan Warren's going to be our crown jewel, and, you know, I'm happy with the guards we got. You know, this recruiting class definitely wasn't as explosive as the last one we got, which is why this season is so important to build upon and win the championship here. Because, yeah, we have really good recruits. These are really good recruits. Any school would take these guys anytime, but it is not the same recruiting class as we got last year. You know, we're in the top 5 for sure. And we still have an open scholarship, but all of the positions are really full. I mean, we can bring in the shooting guard, I guess, as depth. I'm okay with it. But this recruiting class isn't what it used to be, so we're going to bring in a shooting guard for some depth for him to develop and be a role player. That's fine for me right now. But, you know, we didn't land the home runs like we did last year. So now this year it's going to be a lot different. We're going to be developing, or this recruiting class, I'm sorry, is going to be developing the recruiting class and hopefully building them up over time where we can land those huge impact top 5 players who are immediate impacts like Gilmore's. So we didn't get a Gilmore this year, but we got some pretty good players who will keep building up, and hopefully we can land something the year after. Now, this year has to be our year. The next year is going to be a little bit harder. Seton Hall has that for sure. That means Seton Hall has the best recruiting class I've ever seen from an AI in a long time. 5 stars and 1 4-star. I mean, this is ridiculous. 160 points from an AI. I mean, that is crazy. It just shows you that this is like these guys all banded together, and like we're bringing Seton Hall a championship, and there's nothing that you're going to be able to really do about it. So, all right, guys, we're on practice, and you know, you guys saw my last offer. If we get him, we get him. If not, not. That's okay. I like where we're at. I like the team that we have right now, this very moment. Let's go ahead and sim till we have to build the depth chart and take a look at our schedule. And let's see what we can do with this current team. Alrighty, boys, and we're back. For those of you guys who are wondering, we did end up getting Jeff Daniels, the shooting guard. He's going to be a good role player. We have a really good recruiting class. It finished, I think, second for right now. Unless something crazy drastic happens here, we're going to finish in the top 5 for sure, top 3, top 2. Seton Hall has locked down the first position for sure. They actually landed another commit, some 2-star. They decided to add a 2-star from New York because they felt bad. They wanted to bring in some New Yorkers because half their they got a lot of East Coast guys. So honestly, congrats on them for locking down a recruiting class. Going to be really hard to beat this next year. But guess what? We're not on next year yet. We're on this year. So let's take a look at our depth chart. Let's have the AI sort it and see what they think. BJ Bailey definitely is the starting point guard. He has the ball magician and playmaking ability. Exactly what you want to see in your point guard. I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me, boys. So, great. James York, obviously, the returning SEC first teamer. He's hated popularity type. I remember that, but you know what? He's going to get buckets, and that is a great front court to have. They're going to put Damon Johnson, the shooting guard, at small forward. You know what? I don't mind it. The guy can score, hit the outside shot. He has a little bit of trouble rebounding. But you know what? He is talented. He wants to play. He wants solid minutes. And, you know, I like going small. We can go small, especially when you have somebody like Murray Gilmore, who is going to be an absolute stud at power forward. This is going to be our main offense, guys. Our main offense, our main defense, our main everything. Our heart and soul revolves around this dude. And they have Jared McKinley running the center. I'm not sure if I like that, guys. I'm going to make the decision here. I brought in this center for a reason, and that's for him to come play. So I think that's where I'm making my override here. I want my transfer center to come play because, I mean, look at the rebounding, the scoring. He's already proven in college. Like, I want Josh Fox in, so it's Josh Fox, Gilmore, crazy front court. We have a crazy backcourt guard combo, and we're going small at the wing position. So Kennedy will get those backup minutes at center. I need to distribute some of these power forward minutes out because the AI goes crazy and like wants to have them play all the minutes. Like, you know, I'm for having the man play as many minutes as possible, but he still needs to rest some. So 32 minutes should be plenty of time for him. Let McKinley get some minutes. We'll let this small forward get some minutes. And, yeah, I guess Smith. Why is this shooting guard getting minutes? Okay, I don't like how that is being handled. I'm going to give the shooting guard minutes to this small forward, actually. Just because I trust him a little bit more than a 2-star, even though this guy is a small forward. At least he's a little bit better. So I'm not too worried about the depth. They're only going to be in there for very little amounts of time. Our starting 5 is crazy. BJ Bailey, York. We're running basically 2 5-stars, 2 4.5-star players, and a 4-star small guard at the wing. And then our depth is crazy. You know, our depth is basically a mid-major team. We should be really, really good. We have to capitalize on having Gilmore here. We don't have another one of him coming next year. I wish we did, but we don't. We have 1 year with this guy to get it done, or else his talents will be wasted. That's why I want to throw in the better center right now. James York will be the second best player on the team, complimentary. BJ Bailey's going to be facilitating the offense and scoring as well. We have everything we need to be the best team. So now we just need to go out and be the best team. Guys, that's enough of me talking. Let's get into some games. This is what we're going to do. We're going to sim through the first games till December 9th. Then we'll go game by game through this out-of-conference tournament, and then we'll go through the rest of these games pretty quickly because we should dominate the regular season and have a really good regular season like we usually do. It's all about postseason now. It's all about making the run in the SEC tournament, which we haven't done yet at Arkansas, and then making a Final Four run at the very minimum in the SEC or in the national tournament. I would be so shocked if we can't make a Final Four. I would lose my mind on this game. So, all right, boys, let's get to December 9th, and let's see where we're at. We got our biggest test probably on the road against Oklahoma. Everything else should be pretty simple and easy. So let's get it. All right, boys, welcome back. Here we are. We're here with the Razorbacks, and we are currently undefeated. We're taking care of the job at home, and we beat Oklahoma on the road. Remember, they were ranked to start. I know they're unranked here, but the little preseason rankings can be a little bit weird. Right now we're 4th, but we never lost, but we started preseason number 1. How's that possible? You know, the rankings shift and go. But we have a win over a top 10 team on the road. Guys, we are really good. We are really good defensively, offensively, everything. Gilmore, Bailey, anybody can go off. Usually it's Gilmore, but anybody can score, and nobody's scoring massive amounts, right? It's all evenly spread out. If we just take a look at the stats really quick before we get into this tournament just to see how we do. Yeah, Gilmore is basically averaging a double-doubles, almost 16 and 10. 16 and 10 with a couple assists. And he just has people to go to. Look at Josh Fox getting 11 and 8. Our front court is nasty. They're leading the way in scoring. And then you got James York as a guard in there. Damon Johnson, the wing, he's scoring points, and he's doing his job. And B.J. Bailey, he's getting assists. I mean, there's just too much talent to go around. But that is a great problem to have when Murray Gilmore and Josh Fox can just carry the load on the inside. I mean, that... If they can just completely destroy their other inside opponents and we can dominate like that and just have our guards just be complimentary, that's great. And, you know, Andy Kennedy coming off the bench, he's doing good. He's going to develop into the starter maybe one day. But, you know, we'll see. I really like the squad that we have. Obviously, having the best player in the country really helps make the other players really good too. So, we're doing so far good on our schedule. Let's handle the tournament. I like playing these because they're on neutral court, so we can really see what we're made out of. We're the number 1 seed in here for sure. We should beat Tulane any day. Come on, they're 2 and 5, right? I just want to see some consistency on a neutral court, you know. I don't want to see us getting close games or swept. Like, we need some consistency here. And, like, we need to do exactly like what we just did to Tulane, like, consistently. You know, if we have the dreams of making a Final Four and competing for a national championship, we need to smoke teams, you know, that aren't on our level. We cannot be upset prone, and I think we have the depth and quality now where we're not going to be too upset prone against these lower quality teams. Here we go, a 6-2 St. John. I would be worried about something like this in the future. You see, it's still a 10.5 point favorite apparently, but you know, these St. John's and teams like that, they get good players. They're good. They get good players from the transfer portal. They recruit. So, but this is what we need. It's a lot closer game, 8-point game, but we got the job done and we're winning those games. It's a lot closer than I want it to be, but we play good defense. Gilmore is playing well, and hey, man, it's hard to win. It's hard to win in this game. You guys have seen the crazy upsets that have happened. I know last year. Who won the championship? Is that Iowa? No, it was West Virginia. That's right. Iowa was the year before. But hey, we're in the finals of this little Sunshine Shootout. I know it doesn't matter. You know, people say it doesn't matter, and they're probably right. It's just a little out-of-conference thing. But you know what? We need a little bit of momentum. We haven't won the SEC. We haven't won one of these tournaments in a while. Like, we need a little momentum. Can we get it? Yeah, we can get it. Another really close game, 8-point game. I'd like these to be a little bit more separated, but, you know, we're getting the job done on a neutral court. That's all that matters. We finally bring some hardware home, whether it's just a little meaningless out-of-conference tournament like that. We're back to number 1s in the poll. Purdue, Illinois, a couple Big Ten teams. Texas is out here. You know, we're doing pretty good. We look like we're the top dog in the SEC for sure, and maybe in the nation. But we definitely need to separate ourselves with our wins a little bit more, be a little bit more consistent. We've got wins on neutral courts. That's pretty good. Even though they're not against the best teams, we're going to have to do it against better teams. We'll see. Insights, we're doing really well defensively. Maybe we could do a little bit better offensively, but right now, defensively, we are crushing the game. Let's just finish out our non-conference schedule, guys. Let's go ahead and we'll simulate these 3 games. We'll check in on the stats before simming conference play, but you got to get excited, right? Like, not the craziest blowout games. Like, we would want a little bit more blowout. Honestly, maybe Gilmore didn't have the best of games, but, you know, we're winning, and that's what counts. We have something to get excited for. Let's get ahead and get through December. We'll check back in at January 1st and see how the team's going on the way to hopefully making a deep postseason runs. All right, boys, here we are back with the Razorbacks, and boom, boys, we are still undefeated. Obviously, I mean, we just played 3 games, right? Nothing too crazy. So we're handling our games, and I mean, we're handling the teams at home. We handled them. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's not blow our load early. Let's get through the SEC schedule, be the regular season champs, show up and show out. We're going to get through January. We'll take a peek. Let's take a look at the stats. Man, James York has been going crazy. I was going to say James York getting 15. I was going to say he has been dropping some, like, look at this, 30 bomb, almost like 28 bomb, 23 bombs. He's been dropping some big boy bombs. So him and Gilmore, as you can see, they're all doing really well. 23. I mean, this guy, he's getting double-digit rebounds almost every night and scoring and just being a menace. So I love it right now. Damon Johnson is honestly doing really, really well at his position. So BJ Bailey's just getting them assists, baby. 10 and 5 from my point guard. That's what I need. You know, I don't need nothing fancy. I need you to facilitate the offense and play some defense and let the people who can score. Josh Fox, do the same thing. Rebound and put the ball in the cup. That's all we need you to do, buddy. And you're doing a great job at it. I haven't really looked at a lot of the profiles, but you know what? We're doing just fine. If you want to take a look at the national media, they have Texas above us right now. Hey, well, all the chips will fall where they fall. As long as we're a 1 seed, we control our own destiny. We have the players to control our destiny. So if we take a look at the standings right now, we're obviously on top, and it looks like some of the SEC might have fizzled out. It's still a very, very tough league as always. I don't think we're going to go undefeated the whole way. I think we have some losses coming our way. I don't know where, but probably somewhere on the road in a surprising little matchup. So let's go ahead, guys. Let's not waste any more time. Our destiny is not here in the regular season. Our destiny is at the end. So we'll go ahead and get through the first half of our schedule, see where we end up, how we're doing, how we're handling it. Maybe we can help tone our expectations, but it's championships. We got to go for it. So, all right, guys, I'll see y'all at the start of February. All right, boys, welcome back. We are here February 1st. And, boys, we are still undefeated. The team is just as cracked out as I thought we were. We have not dropped a game, and it hasn't really been close. The closest game we had is probably underestimating Mississippi State because we've been on such a roll. I mean, it's just been absolute domination. Doesn't matter whether we're on the road or at home. And that's what a championship team does. It doesn't matter who you play, where you play them. You need the talent to just be able to beat kids. Now, the back half of the schedule is a lot harder, but the good thing is the ranked opponents we got at home. And then the road games are manageable. Alabama, Ole Miss, South Carolina. This is all manageable. If you want to take a look at the polls and media, we are definitely the top dog. We are the top dog along with Texas, Purdue, and Memphis. West Virginia, the defending national champions. They're there to try to repeat, and it's the same old couple teams that you usually see. But really, it's us. We control our destiny, and we are atop the standings. You know, we get to control our fate, and it's a great thing when you get to control your own fate. I really believe this is the year that we have our team. I don't want to get too hyped up because that's a great way to get disappointed. But when you go 21-0, you're validating yourself as a champion. Like, you're validating you have the roster, you have everything you need. James York and Murray Gilmore have been playing out of their mind. A couple of guys getting a little banged up sore, but these guys are 50% of our team right here. And then Damon Johnson and BJ Bailey and Josh Fox, they all contribute as well. But James York is an absolute scoring machine, dude. This guy is a scoring machine. And Murray Gilmore is absolutely everything we thought he was. He's averaging a double-double a game. A double-double a game. Absolutely insane. You know, not like 20 points, but like 15 and 10. Because he has a guy in James York that plays insane, and other teammates that play insane too. So, guys, let's just keep it going. Let's go ahead and finish off the regular season and get into the tournament. And we are 2 games ahead of the next guys tied for second, and I don't see us slowing down. We need to stay consistent. We need to just ride this season out. It's all about the postseason. We know we could do what we can do in the regular season. We've proven we're the best basketball team. There's some teams on the bubble watch. I know some of you guys like to see the bubble. Kansas is on the bubble. That's funny. But it's all on us, guys. Let's hold our end of the bargain. Let's finish off the season strong. And I'll give you guys a recap once we finish off the season and get into conference tournament play. Let's go. This is our year. All right, boys. Welcome back. March 5th. We are done with the regular season. You might have saw 29-2. We did take some losses. They were on the road to LSU and Alabama. Not the most top-tier teams in the world, but how it works in this game is it's like on the road against decent middling teams, anything can happen, right? These upsets can happen. You have an off night. Gilmore had an off night, you know, and nobody really scored that much, and maybe York had a bad night. Like, these losses are just going to happen, right? It is so hard to go perfect and undefeated, but 29-2, it's the exact same situation we were with Clemson when we only lost twice. But this time we have a much better team. Number 1 team in the country. For sure we won the regular season again, which we did. We won it by a long shot. We won it by 3 games. So, yeah, LSU is right up there even though they're unranked. Alabama's right up there even though they're unranked. They have some nice wins over us. Still a tough SEC. Take a look at the polls and media. It's going to be Texas. Yeah, Texas, Purdue. It's the typical teams. West Virginia has a good chance to defend their national championship. Go back-to-back. Excuse me, boys. Let's take a look at the stats really quick. It's James York and Gilmore. Look at that. Now they're up to 16 points. They're really, really part of the major portions of the team. If we look at the pie chart, I mean, Gilmore's 18 and York is 17. And then everybody else is like a solid 10. Josh is really important, but it's James York and Gilmore. So, let's take a look, guys, at who's going to declare for the draft. That's going to be a huge thing. Let's take a look at the insights really quick. Top 10 offense, the number 1 defense. That is awesome. We have I think we have what it takes. A top 10 offense and a top 5 defense, I think, is what it takes to win the tournament. Honestly, you just need good players, and you need a lot of good luck on your side too, and you need this game to help you out. So, it's nerve-wracking, but I think we're going to get the job done. Really, really proud of the team that we put together, and if we have a chance, it's this year. I know Gilmore's gone. It'll be really sad if York leaves too, but it's possible we lose a lot of our guys. But We bringing in two really good point guards in case BJ Bailey leaves. If not, wow, we are stacked at point guard. And Josh Fox, and we'll still have some championship pieces, but man, we won't have a player like Gilmore. A player like him only comes once in every blue moon, and you really need to do a lot to get him to your program. Like next year, Seton Hall is going to be such favorites to win it. But you know what? That's next year, guys. We're focused on right now. But let's go see a little bit of things. Had a semifinalist, and it looks like we have Gilmore is in the top 10 for finalists, so he has a chance getting a double a game. He has a chance to get it. Robert Cabrera, the Vanderbilt guy, he had not declared for the draft. He is sticking out his college career trying to win a championship with Vanderbilt. I respect it. He is just all in on trying to be the best, but now he's ran into some hard competition. So, all right, boys, let's see who's declaring for the draft. Okay. We lose Jared McKinley, who's a power forward, good backup. He's declaring for the draft early. Good for him. We have some more power forwards coming in, I believe. Or no, we have some small forwards coming in. So that's fine. Murray Gilmore, we knew. Obviously, we knew. BJ Bailey does leave us as well. So we get a one and done from BJ Bailey. So it is good that we brought in those point guards and shooting guards. And Damon Johnson as well. I don't know. I believe this was another point guard or shooting guard. Anyways, it was a really, really good guard. He is going to declare for the draft. We lose 4 people to the draft. Gilmore being the hugest impact. BJ Bailey as well. But we should be able to replace BJ Bailey with Ryan Warren. And we're also bringing in Janny Barber to help out at small forward if he's ready to go. But we're also bringing in some good options to build depth at these guard positions. So we do keep Ed Butler as long as he doesn't transfer, and he might transfer out, so that's not good. We might be a little bit thin at power forward because we're losing him to the draft. And Butler, he might transfer because he wasn't getting a lot of playing time. But if he stays, he's most likely to be the front runner. We keep Josh Rock and Andy Kennedy, so if anything, we can run 2 centers. And we're bringing in small forwards. We lose Damon, but we keep James York, which is a huge piece. And we lose BJ Bailey. So, I mean, we lose a lot, right? We lose these 2 players. We keep Josh Rock. So keeping Josh Rock and James York is huge. We lose Damon and Jared McKinley. I mean, those are some huge pieces that are going to have to be replaced by freshmen. You know, we'll bring in some transfers. Hopefully that they can help out, and we'll see. We hopefully Ed Butler stays. He would really help out the situation. But that's next year's team. We'll focus on that when that comes up. Right now, we're focused on the 29-2 team that we have right now and the chance to win a national championship for real. So, guys, I'll get to the first SEC game. No more stalling around. Let's see what happens in this tournament. We haven't won it as Arkansas yet, so let's go, boys. All right, boys, here we are. We're at the SEC tournament. This is a great little pre-test to see where we're at on neutral tournament, on a neutral court, against decent teams. You know, Vanderbilt's probably our toughest competition, along with Florida and Alabama, like in the teams that have beaten us when we've gone to their court. But on a neutral court, let's see how we take care of business. You know, we've had hiccups before. This is usually where we get knocked by a lower level team. Guys, if we have any chance of winning the NCAAs, we need to win this. Like, no doubt about it in my mind, we need to win this. Let's take a look at the bracket. Tennessee making it through is a little shocking. But other than that, pretty standard. So, all right, guys, let's see what we can do. Let's have fun. We're about to hit 30 wins. I think we have an elite team this time around. So, I'm always scared about getting upset, but I think we got it this go around. At least the first round. Let's make it to the semis. Come on, don't do me dirty now. Oh my gosh, the game. Okay, we take care of it. 22 and 18. 22 and 18 from our main star Gilmore. Absolute stud. That puts us at 30 wins on the season. A beautiful mark and a beautiful landmark for the season. We get LSU, who has got a win over us. So this one is always interesting, right? We have LSU. They have a win over us. We have a win over them. It's like a rubber match. But our expectations are miles ahead of them. They are barely trying to make the tournament, where we're an automatic bid no matter what. And we're trying to go deep. So if we are who we think we are, we should handle this game. Let's go, baby. Murray Gilmore, James York with 24 points leading the way, 24 and 6. And we make it to the conference finals. And it's going to be against Vanderbilt, huh? No, it's against Florida. It's against Florida. We don't even have to go against Vanderbilt. Florida beats Vanderbilt 97-96. Guys, we have not won a conference championship in a long time. I don't even remember when our last conference championship was. I mean, I don't even know if we won the ACC championship at all while we were at Clemson. It might be all the way back to when we were at South Carolina and we won the SEC, boys. So, wow, to be here in the finals is crazy. I believe this. I'm getting shown signs that we might be there. We might be there. I'm not sure. The competition's going to pick up real quick, but let's take care of business. Let's celebrate this SEC trophy and go for the big one. Yeah, baby. Really close game. 7-point game, but we get it done with our stars, James York and Gilmore. And we are the regular season champions. And finally, Arkansas brings home the freaking tournament championship trophy to Fayetteville. We get it done. We probably have the #1 overall seed. Now we have to do it in the gauntlet. The NCAAs. It cannot end here, boys. It cannot end here. We need to keep it going. We did not use all of our luck here. We need to keep it going. But, man, finally we win another conference tournament. And we have another conference title. And we are shooting for much bigger things than that. But finally, we are the kings of the SEC tournaments. I will see you guys at the selection show. Hold your breath, guys. Are we going to get disappointed, or do we have something magical brewing up this episode? All right, boys. Selection show. We know we're the #1 seed. You know how I like to go through this. If you want to take a look at any matchups you want, pause, take a look at yourself. We have business to take care of. We'll just see if there's anything surprises us. A&M makes it into a play-in game, so an SEC school gets a last bid. Clemson's in a play-in game. Yikes. So here we are, #1 team, and we get a winner of the 16 seed play-in game. We're not losing in the first round, boys. It's not losing in the tough round, or the first round. We would get Arizona. Wow, what a storyline to play 2-seed Arizona in the Elite 8. Memphis or Iowa. Wow, okay, so pretty good teams in this bracket. Bucknell, Southern Cal, Richmond, Alabama, Stanford, and Oklahoma. We have a win over Oklahoma, so there is that storyline there. Oh, OU is these teams can be shockingly good teams here, but we'll see what happens. So this is our region. We're going to go through the rest. We would meet Texas in the Final Four on our side if they make it. I'm not going to read everybody's names. You guys can take a look at this. I'm going to go through it because, guys, I'm excited. I'm ready to get through it. There's the defending national champions in West Virginia. They have a pretty good bracket to go through themselves. Florida makes it in. Purdue on the other side. There are some tough teams. Anybody can claim the tournament. Vanderbilt has some stud players. Boys, this is our chance. This is the best chance we have had in Road to Legend. 20 seasons. 20 seasons. This is our 20th season as a head coach. This is the best chance Journeyman has had in his whole career to win it. He had a really good shot in the Final Four with South Carolina, but then the last few years he hasn't even really touched it and tasted it. Now this is his chance. What a way we've come, guys. 7 conference titles now. We finally get another one. Oh boys, let's not let it down. We have huge expectations for the team. They need to live up. The team needs to step up and not be afraid of being champions. Guys, I will pause and we'll be right back at the start of our game. Are we going to get upset, or are we going to make the magical deep run we know we can? Are we going to is Cinderella going to turn to a pumpkin, or are our dreams going to come true, or are they going to be crushed? We're about to find out, boys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have watched this series all the way through, this is an absolute pivotal point in the series. My heart is racing because you don't get many opportunities like this in this game. So we got to take the best of it, guys. No more stalling. Let's get to the first game. Ooh, okay, boys. Here we go. March 16th. First week of the tournament. Mount St. Mary's beats Delaware State. This game, we should smash them, right? Like this is a warm-up. Do not be the one team that loses to a 16 seed. Guys, we have everything in front of us. We get either Stanford or Oklahoma after this. Those are 2 teams that are really, really tough teams, really surprising teams. They can beat anyone at any day. So those are scary teams, but let's take care of business the first round. We should take care of business the second round, but let's take it game by game. Don't take anything for granted, okay? Don't take anything for granted. Let's get this done. We got our dub. Murray Gilmore, Josh Rock, and Damon Johnson. The people that we recruited to come and do big things are doing big things for us. I'm going to keep you guys right here. I'm going to let you guys ride my emotions as I go through this. Stanford beats Oklahoma. I'm trying to find the game, but I can't find the game box. Whatever, I can't find the game box, guys. But Stanford beat Oklahoma, and they are through. So we get Stanford. We'll play the other side of the bracket. We'll take a look once we get to the Sweet 16. If we get to the Sweet 16. Gosh, we should get to the Sweet 16. We get Stanford. They're a sneaky team, man. 23-win team. You know, this is a upset like waiting to happen, you know. Andy Kennedy's a little hurt. That doesn't matter. We shouldn't lose. We should take care of business here for sure, but this is where we've gotten upset every round, guys. So honestly, this is the scariest moment for me right now. We've been upset here before. This is a different team, though. We have different players. We have a solid core. I think we can take care of Stanford. We've been upset here before. But let's get on to the next weekend, get to the Sweet 16, and fulfill our destiny. There we go, boys. That's a big win. Really low-scoring game, but huge defensively from us. And we don't get upset, and we reach the Sweet 16 like the board wanted us. Now, we have much bigger aspirations than what the board is giving us right now. The board wants us to just, you know, make the Sweet 16 when we did, and we are a solid Sweet 16 team for sure. Now we want to go deeper. I mean, we want a Final Four appearance at the very minimum. When you get into the Final Four, anything can happen. Even the Elite Eight, anything can happen. But we have built this program. We have championship aspirations. Let's play the other side of the back bracket. Excuse me. We'll take a look at it. It looks like we get Louisiana Tech. What has happened over there? Let's take a look at this bracket on our side. Oh my goodness, guys. What a gift. Bucknell loss, Iowa loss, which allowed a 12 seed to get in. Now, don't underestimate this 12 seed. They've got here, they've played here, they got here for a reason, but you got to think that we should have a really good chance at beating these guys, right? Like, we played a lot tougher teams than Louisiana Tech. Now, Arizona did make it over here, and Southern Cal as well as a sleeper team. Don't sleep on Southern Cal. There, even though they are ranked 6th, they made it to the Final Four from this 6th position before, so never underestimate them. On this side, Texas is still going strong. The 2 and the 3 drop out here. The 10 and 11 make it through. Oh my goodness, what is going on in Minneapolis? What a crazy region. West Virginia, the defending national champions, are still in there. This region's pretty chalky. And Purdue is still in there. So a lot of the top seeds are still fighting for their life and waiting to see. I think we could take care of Louisiana Tech, and either one of these West Coast schools we should be able to take care of. And I believe we're set up with a date for Texas. Texas is set up for a crazy date. And that is a hard Final Four game. You know, that's why I said Final Four, because you got to run into a school like Texas. West Virginia is still the defending national champs. Purdue is still in there. There's a lot of scary schools in here. Boys, we still have a chance at it, though. We got a chance at it. We have a good chance. Our path is very clear. Let's just focus on our games here. We'll go ahead and get through these smaller tournaments in these next 3 days. I'm going to keep you guys here. No need to pause. I'm going to keep you here. And we're going to ride this wave together. We're going to ride off into the sunset with all the glory and all the trophies and all the flags of glory. And we're going to stand on top of the mountain of college basketball, or we're going to fall down Mount Everest and die together. It's going to happen one way or another. We're either going to go and climb and plant the flag on top of Mount Everest, or we're going to fall off and die trying. Arkansas, Louisiana Tech. Wow, we are super favorite. We are looking out for Southern Cal or Arizona. We are on a collision course for fighting Texas. Guys, Sweet 16. This is it. We haven't been to the Final Four since South Carolina. We actually have the team for it this year. Do not let the dream die here. Let's get it. Murray, Gilmore, and James York are still feeling it, boys. They're still feeling it, and they're going on. Texas gets upset by Butler. We wouldn't even have to face Texas. Southern Cal beats Arizona. We get Southern Cal. I would say that's a slight upset, but you know, who knows? Maybe Southern Cal is secretly better than Arizona. Who knows what team we would want? Based on seeding, we would have won Arizona, but I mean, I guess Southern Cal is playing really, really well right now. But we make it through, boys. We are doing it. We beat the 12 seed. We got basically a gift to the Elite 8. We'll sim the other side of the bracket. North Carolina still in and being a scary, scary team. What do we have developing here? Us versus Southern California. Guys, we are in the Elite 8. My emotions are running crazy because I am scared that it's just going to end with a crazy upset somewhere. I don't know where it's coming. I don't know if Southern Cal is just stomping teams and they're just going to have our number and beat us. That would be the saddest thing to happen. But if not, we are moving to the Final Four, and we are going to go against Butler or Villanova. Can you imagine? That is an easy path for us to get into the championship game. If we can just handle our business against Southern Cal, we are looking good to at least get into a championship game. West Virginia and Gonzaga still there. Purdue, North Carolina still there. The second half of the bracket is much more brutal than the first. We have everything ready for us. We have Southern Cal. Guys, I'm so nervous. It is a video game. This is a video game. And I feel like I am so involved and so invested and so deeply tied to the result of this stupid sim. And it's crazy, and I can't get enough of it. And this is why we play the game. We are a favorite massively. I mean, this we cannot let it down now. We've come this far. Do not Do not let it be over. Take care of Southern Cal, and we have a great path to the championship game where we can meet our destiny. If we lose in the championship game to another top-tier team, by God, I guess it wasn't meant to be. But we have such an easy road to get there. Or not. Nothing is ever easy, but we have been gifted a pretty nice path of not facing any 1 or 2 seeds. We have to take advantage this year, guys. Let's get the job done. Please, come on, let's go. Yes, we get the job done. We're in the Final Four, and we're going to play Butler. And we're into the Final Four on our side. And I think if we can take care of Southern Cal, that means we can take care of Butler. And if we can take care of Butler, we are in the title game against one of the top seeds. I believe it's going to be one of the top seeds, either Purdue or West Virginia. I'll take West Virginia. You want to let the defending national champs have a chance at runner-up. Let them. Guys, we have made the Final Four for the first time since we were at South Carolina. We will sim this in 1 second, but I just want to know how many years ago that was. We finally have made the Final Four. It's been since 2031, almost 10 years ago since I've made a Final Four. Exactly 10 years ago. Let's sim the other side of the bracket, guys. And let's see. This is crazy, right? We get Butler, a 4 seed. They've done so much work for us to not face top teams. Let's see what happens here. North Carolina takes care of Purdue, and Purdue is one of the better teams in the country. West Virginia does take care of Gonzaga, so West Virginia's still in there. You're looking at a Final Four of Arkansas, Butler, West Virginia, and North Carolina. West Virginia's looking like a very, very, very scary team. Same thing with North Carolina. We definitely have the easier way into the championship game, and then whoever we play in the championship game would be well worthy. But guys, holy moly, we are here. We are there. I'm going to keep you guys here. No pausing. My heart is thumping. We were here with South Carolina before. Now we're here with a real team. This is our chance. I don't think we have the roster next year to get it done. Seton Hall has pulled in an incredible recruiting class. If we're going to get it done within the next few, it has to be this year. Next year would be so much harder against Seton Hall. This is it. This is our time. Everything has been gifted for us. Everything is on the line here. All the marbles, all the history, all the glory. It's all on the line right here. Next year is going to be so difficult. We lose Gilmore, the best player. We lose so many great role pieces. If we don't get it done this year, it is going to take another amount of recruiting and more episodes. Guys, it needs to happen now. It didn't happen for South Carolina. This is the 20th episode. This has to be part destiny. I got West Virginia and North Carolina. If whoever we face in that game is going to be tough. If we beat Butler, I'm talking like we're just going to run Butler over. Butler has beaten all the top schools as well. We're here in the Final Four. This is why we play this game. This is why we do basketball. This is what all coaches live for. 2 games away from holding the ultimate glory. We have had such a nice path. Only going to have to face the top tier team in the championship game. Arkansas, can we finally bring the trophy back home to Fayetteville where it belongs? It's been 5 long years since we've won that championship. Can we at least get to the title game? Boys, I am so nervous. Thank you guys so much for staying with me and watching this series, sweating it along with me. I don't know why I'm so heavily invested in a video game series, but you guys have watched this with me. We need this for the series. Let's get it done. We lost in the Final Four at South Carolina. We need to make it to the championship game. Give ourselves that chance. Let's go, boys. No more stalling. Get it done.
Let's go, baby. Championship game against who? Against North Carolina. West Virginia drops the ball. They don't get to defend their championship. And it's either us or the original national champions a long, long time ago. We are in the title game against the final boss. North Carolina is the final boss. They have taken care of West Virginia for us. It is Arkansas versus North Carolina in the NCAA championship game. We took care of Butler. Everything is on the line here. They never remember the runner-up. The runner-up is just the team that fell one game short. The runner-up is the team that fell one game short. They don't get to live in the glory. They have to go and feel the remorse and feel and see the other team celebrate the glory that you were so close to having. This is it. This is everything. This is everything for me. This is everything for this program. This is everything for this Journeyman series. The reason we started off a Journeyman with basic starting attributes, rookie starting attributes, and built up 20 episodes is to get to this point right here where we have a championship title game. And it could all come crashing down. You are at the very, very tippy top of Mount Everest. You got one more climb to go. And you can either grab and pull yourself up, or you can grab and slip and fall all the way down. What's it going to be, boys? This is our destiny. This is our destiny. This is it. Everything has come down to this one moment, this one click, this one sim. Nathan Towns, their best player, is a little bit hurt. Whatever prayer you want to say, guys, whatever you believe in, whether you believe in nothing or everything, just believe that we can get it done. This is our season. Do not let it come crashing down. I don't think I could take that downfall, but I could take all the glory in the world right here, right now, boys. Let's get it done. Champions of the world, and it wasn't even close. Let's go. Woo! Boys, 20 episodes. 20 episodes in, and we have finally done it. We have finally done it. We have climbed the mountain. And it feels so sweet. We finally lift the trophy. We cut down the final nets. And we are screaming, jumping on tables, hoisting that golden plaque trophy up in the air. Screaming, hey, 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 goodbye to North Carolina. And hello to Fayetteville, Arkansas, where we have finally got it done. We did join a team that have won it in recent years, but they were struggling. They were 10-20. They were 10-20, and we have rebuilt them to national champions, and we have finally done it, boys. So many long episodes, so much grinding, so much putting in time and effort to just build skills through all these beginning years, and now to start off the 2040s. We have finally done it. We have brought Arkansas their second championship in my save. 5 years since their last championship. We dominate North Carolina. It wasn't even close. And we etch our name. We start the 2040s. The 2040s decade is ours. We start off as national champions. And guys, I need a little music in my life. We need a little celebration. How can we forget this year? I'm going to give you guys a heads up right now. I'll give you guys a heads up right now to lower the volume on YouTube, turn down the volume on your headphones or whatever. This can be really, really random volume for all headphones and stuff like that. I had to learn it the hard way. I'll give you guys the heads up right now. But we need to celebrate our time as champions. Here we go, boys. Let's get it done. We did it, boys. I hope that played for you. I'm pretty sure I set that up to hear that, but come on. What better way to celebrate than one shining moment? Let's just take a look at the box score really quick. We absolutely dominated this game. James York. 9 steals from James York. Holy moly, did we come to dominate. Wow, I'm so happy that we got it done this year, boys. Because I knew if we didn't get it done this year, it would be a tough task to do it next year with the way Seton Hall recruited. But this was our year. We have proven to ourselves as a coach that we can build a national championship roster if we have the right resources, if we have the right school to get the budget to improve the facilities year after year. We have proven that we can compete on the national stage, the grandest stage of them all, and win it. Whew. Come here to school info, boys. That's another national championship. 3rd in program history,
second in the save, first for Journeyman. Journeyman finally has not another egg. He has a national title. Holy smokes, boys. Finally. And if this was not a Coach of the Year of all conferences performance, I don't know what was. 685 games it took to get the national championship. But we did it. 685 games it took. Wow. Crazy. 20 years. You grind your whole life, build up as a coach, and now you win the national championship. It's amazing. Guys, let's get to the awards. And then I think we can call it an episode soon. We'll see the recap. Coach of the Year goes to Journeyman. Unbelievable. Finally gets National Coach of the Year. Well deserved, man. We finally did it. Gonzaga gets a Player of the Year. 32 points a game is pretty ridiculous. Basically single-handedly carrying Gonzaga. Congrats. Murray Gilmore, best player of the tournament for sure. Was very close to getting Player of the Year, but I mean, a guy who averages 32 points is going to get it. I mean, that's just going to how it works. So, first team All-American, though. Murray Gilmore is right there, man. He's one of the best players in the country. And he single-handedly brought us a championship along with our shooting guard. I'm forgetting his name right now because I'm so happy, but let's just go to the SEC. We get the SEC Coach of the Year as well. James York, Defensive Player of the Year. This is who is also responsible for winning us a championship. And he's coming back next year to try to do it again. Now, we don't have the same level of talent around him, but he's going to have to be the main solid piece and really get it done. And he's going to be – this is his team. He's going to go down as one of the best players in Arkansas history. I guarantee it. So he wins Defensive Player of the Year. Murray Gilmore gets Freshman and Player of the Year. Absolute stud. They should be, yep, they are both first teamers and second team. We don't, but we get 2 first teamers, 1 All-American. I mean, what a season we had, guys. All the hardware, the best hardware that you can get, the national title. It is so sweet and addicting to win it all. Now, you know what the goal is to do after? They want to win it again, right? The goal, once the board wins a national championship, they love it. The only thing they want after that is national championships. They don't care about anything else. So I already know without a shadow of a doubt, our goal is to win another national title. It is so addicting. You get that taste of a national championship, and it just, you just want more and more and more. And I do want it again and again and again. But right now, I'm enjoying this moment, and what a great thing for our team. Let's just look at the season recap and look at our prestige jump. You know, we made all goals. Our prestige jumped from 82 to 94. We are a straight 5-star school. Recruiting now is going to be a piece of cake, because now when we want to pitch people on prestige, we are going to be one of the highest prestige schools. So be ready for us to start grabbing those MVPs and those top 5 players a lot more often. So we might not get it next year. Seton Hall might have our number next year, but you watch out. Now I got some momentum. And you think I forgot about all about the 19 years before this championship? You think I forgot all of this grinding? Every single episode might be really quick to you guys if you watch it quick, but me, I grind out every single one of these, hours after hours after hours. I remember every single grind it took to get to this point. Hours and hours and hours of grinding. Oh, I'm not going to feel bad for dominating recruiting. Oh, I'm not going to feel bad for winning more championships. This is called Road to Legend. We've won one national championship. We're pretty legendary already. It's super hard to win a national championship. But I'm trying to be better than Coach K. We're going to have to stack a couple more of these. Whew. All right, boys. We're obviously not going to take another job, so we can just kind of get past this. I'm not even going to look at the job offers. Not even going to see who's looking for a job. We're just going to sim past it and move on. Guys, I think this is a good place to stop. This is where we always stop. We did it. We climbed the hill, and now the hardest thing to do, it's really hard to get to the top of the mountain. It's really hard to stay at the top of the mountain and to keep dominating. That is our next goal. You know, the goal is going to be to win the national championship. See? Win national championship, conference tournament, 5 stars. This school is thinking big time stuff now only. That's all that matters to them is national championships and SEC championships. Regular season, whatever. Just win the games. But we're here for national championships and SEC championships. And you know what? I'm here to dominate. I am ready. I have spent 20 sims to get to this point where we can finally compete for championships regularly, and I'm going to take advantage. We are 60 years old. We have 10 nice prime years until we're about 70, where we would retire. Maybe a couple more years, maybe 12 years. Let's see what we can do and what we can accomplish. We might not leave Arkansas. You know, when you win a title with a team, it's hard to leave. We finally hoist that gold trophy, boys. It's ours. It's ours. All right, boys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this far and have finally seen me win a national championship on stream, 20 episodes in, you're a fucking legend. Leave a like. Leave a comment. You guys are fucking legends. I'm gonna keep this going on. We're gonna keep dominating, stacking championship after championship. I spent 20 episodes building up to this point where I could win one. Now I'm gonna spend the next 20 episodes dominating and seeing how many I can win. So thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Have a great night. Peace.